Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good Wednesday, y'all. We got the day started off right today. Woke up at 5 a.m. Couple cups of coffee, got my run in, took a shot of MCT oil for the brain, took my dogs a bath, gonna get their nails clipped tomorrow, and now we're here doing the reaction. Goals for the day are already checked off and it's barely 10 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna get this reaction done, get it uploaded, scheduled to come out. Head to work, y'all. But I ain't gonna talk y'all's ears off. Enough with the chit chat. Let's do what y'all came here for and get into this reaction.
Every trucker out there, whether they have an 8th grade education or high school education, knows they're likely not to have a job in the next 3, 4, 5 years.
Now what, so
go to that image.
Like if you picture dropping a pebble into a pond or a pool, everything expands in these longitudinal waves, right? Perfect spheres, unless there's something else in there. But when it hits the edge, it all starts bouncing its way back. And when it meets, when these returning waves meet expanding waves, that's when we get our first geometry. So this is the proof that the universe is not infinite, but finite. Because you could not have shape without the returning waves, and the waves would not return unless it was bouncing off of the edge of something.
Look how strange that is.
Bingo.
Look how strange that hexagon on the top of of Saturn is. Or yeah, that's Saturn, right?
Yep. And then we don't even, and
that is so crazy.
He explains exactly how he built it, all the angles of incidence, all the pressure systems that he used. All of that is so it can be a repeated experiment, but they've ignored this. This is in the beginning of my book. You go to my book, that's the first page on there. Before you even open it up, I've got this, and we rebuilt the Milky Way galaxy the same way, and it predicts the star arrangement better than NASA does. And this is without dark matter. This is without dark energy. This is without the standard model. So
is dark matter or dark energy?
What are they putting in our food in America? Today we are comparing chicken breasts. This is from my local butcher. This is what I usually get my chicken from. And then we also have chicken from Walmart as well as Purdue chicken. Now before we open these packs, I wanted you guys to see that they were legitimate chicken breasts from the stores that we say they're from, and they're still in the packaging. Now visually you can see there's a huge difference between what we're getting at our local butcher from a farm compared to what they're giving us at Walmart. Now there is a caveat at the bottom. It says there could be up to 5% water retained, but we're gonna weigh out the biggest ones and compare the size difference between the different chicken breasts. So we have our scale set up here. Note that we're at 0 grams. Now we're gonna take the biggest breast from our local butcher shop.
Those are thin slice. Oh, those ain't thin slice.
Measures in at 187 grams. Now we're
That
gonna have
Walmart
to
one.
trim some of this extra stuff off of this breast because I want it to be as accurate as possible. So we've cut the Walmart one to take out that excess that was on the sides.
Ooh.
What's it at?
392 grams.
What?
And the
make
other
some
one
gains.
187?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from our local butcher shop. This is the Walmart chicken breast. This is the Purdue breast, which is supposed to be a little bit better quality than the Walmart one. Let's go ahead and weigh this one out.
It's a big boy too.
347.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if there's any math wizards out there, but if you compare the percentage difference between the smallest breast we have to the largest, it's 109.6% bigger at Walmart than it is from our butcher. Now the Purdue breast is a little bit smaller and it's 85.56% bigger than the breast from our butcher, but 5% was supposed to be water. What is the major difference in our chicken? I'm not an expert in this, but this is alarming. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, or if you have any other theories as to why the breast at Walmart is double the size of the breast I get at my local butcher.
That's crazy.
Thanks for being here. First, when you saw that video of Diddy, Cassie in that hotel, did you recognize that Sean Combs?
What I want to say, first of all, when I seen the video, everything in the video is egregious. I'm against. I don't support all the charges that's alleged against him. I don't support any of that trafficking, minors, domestic violence. I'm totally against it. So when I seen the video, yeah, I was kind of upset with it. Being that I know him, he's not necessarily a friend, but yeah, I was upset when I seen it. But
did you recognize
everything
him?
I just said?
Did you recognize that kind of anger at all from your experiences?
I don't know him like that. What do you mean? Do I be recognized? Did I recognize him? I seen him. What do you mean my experiences? I seen him and I thought it was disgusting. I didn't do a zoom in to see if it was really him or nothing, but he admitted it was him. So yeah, it was him.
What did you think about the apology that he gave in that other video?
Ain't me for this. The apology ain't for me to decide, for Cassie. What I think about it don't matter. He ain't do nothing to me. Cassie need to ask Cassie if she accept the apology. I told you how I feel. I said what I said.
I want to play a conversation that you had on your podcast back in September with Mace. Listen.
Yeah.
When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and not Bad Boy?
Man, it's almost gonna bring me to tears to say this. I just, being that I saw you as such a good friend, I wanted to put you with somebody I knew with.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram, man. Don't have me just out here crying and shit, man. I don't want to get emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint. I'm just going off what Mace said. Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. But my show does come on at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's called It Is What It Is. And y'all make sure y'all check it out. I mean, I might get some more information out of Mace from there. But for me to tell you how Puff act and all that, I don't know. I never was signed to him.
Yeah. What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint y'all invited me to. Yo, who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I don't be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
thanks.
Man, come on, man.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. You enjoy.
So, see, that's what these news, when they get celebrities like CNN, even Fox News, when they get these celebrities on, they corner him, right? They tell him he probably thought he was coming in to promote some stuff, like, hey, come in, promote your stuff. And then when you're on there and the lights are on, boom, they get these high pressure questions. Some people fold in those questions and start exposing things they shouldn't. He's used to the camera in front of him, so he kept his cool. But that's why he was saying, like, who's market, like, who's doing this? Like, why'd you guys sign me up for this? I wasn't expecting this. That's what these news stations do to you when they bring you in for interviews.
Bruno Mars being a gambling addict is not something that I had on my 2024 bingo card. According to the Neighborhood Talk, sources say Bruno Mars is reportedly about $50 million. $50 million in gambling debt with MGM casinos. They basically own him. According to a Vegas insider, they claim Bruno, who once was a professional poker player, is known around Vegas to rack up a hefty debt at the tables. As of recently, his debts have peaked to as high as $50 million. Bruno started his partnership with MGM back in 2016 when he did his first residency. He currently makes $90 million a year from his deal, but even after taxes, he still has to pay his debt back to MGM. But to be in that much debt is wild, and I feel like people do not talk enough about the harmful effects of having a gambling addiction. I have read so many horror stories of people's lives who have been ruined by their addiction. There are people who stay in those casinos all day, all night, every day, wearing diapers so that way they don't have to get up from the chair and lose their lucky streak, causing them to miss out on precious moments with their family, miss recitals, miss birthdays, Christmases, all that. Getting into more and more debt, digging deeper holes for themselves, and I feel like you're especially susceptible to gambling addictions if you come from less money and then get more money than you know what to do with, which leads to situations like this. And I feel like we're going to be seeing more headlines like this in the future, especially with the people that like to do the prize picks and the sports betting, because that's also gotten very popular as well.
Okay, y'all. I kid you not. Look, there's like 2 suns. Okay? I kid you not. I'm gonna walk. Okay? You can see my feet walking. Here's a beautiful desert.
Hey.
Okay, I'm kind of in my neighbor's yard. But look. Okay, you can't see it here. But I zoom in. What the heck? Like, look at this. Like, I just literally walked. So it cannot be the camera. It cannot be the camera. Okay?
The one on the left looks like the real sun.
I'm by the ground.
We saw growing up.
Guess what? Still there. I'm up here. Hi. See? Hi. And look. Still there. Can anybody explain this to me? No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I'm gonna run this way. Guess what? Still there. So, if anyone can explain this to me, that'd be really cool. Because I'm slightly confused right now. Anyway, it's a pretty tree. See from far away, can't see anything. You zoom in, boom. It was there yesterday too.
Look at this.
Blessed is he who reads aloud the words of the prophecy, and blessed are those who hear, and who keep what is written therein, for the time is near. He is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, everyone who pierced him, and all the tribes of the earth will wail on account of him.
These damn
Those
dogs.
of you who have not learned what some call the deep things of Satan, I knew your works, I knew your toil, and your patience.
Wow. Hey, come on, y'all. Stop. Red jalapeno chili peppers. Look at that. I was about to go to Applebee's this weekend with my girl. They have a sign out for $20, some big old ribeye for $20. So we were gonna go get that ribeye. Second guessing it now. Sorry for my dogs back here, y'all. I usually have the gate up where they can't come in here, but today I had it open and they were sleeping forever until I hit record, and now they want to play. Are they a pain? Let me know down below so I know next time to keep that gate up. Or do you guys like the organic sounds in the background? Another tornado. I know it's tornado season, but they seem to be ramped up a little bit this year. Hey. I was actually looking at houses in Iowa before I moved out to Texas. Kind of glad I didn't. I don't know what I would do if I looked out my window and saw that.
What a monster! What a monster!
Coming from monsoon in Arizona. That's the big leagues of Mother Nature.
I'm sure you've heard of a jellyfish, right? Which aren't even fish at all and made up of about 95% H2O. Oh, and they don't even have a brain, heart, or eyes. But they have been to outer space. In 1991, NASA blasted over 2,000 jellyfish polyps into space to test how they reacted to lack of gravity. So, what happened? They thrived, producing over 60,000 specimens. Unfortunately, these space-bred jellies weren't able to function properly when returned to Earth.
Have you had any experiences like outside where you felt like the PTSD?
I'm not all up in the head, but every single night, I wake up 5 to 7 times in a night and I clear my house. Whoa. I clear my house 5 to 7 times in a night. And I think somebody's breaking in my house. I'm not sleeping. I'm wide awake. It's not, sleepwalking, sleep terror. You know, I've had people like, you know, my ex trying to like throw that as, you know, oh, he's dangerous. I'm wide awake. I spent a year, not a year, but like 7 months capturing people out of their beds at night. And I think that's probably the reason, but every single night I wake up 5 to 7 times, like, and I clear my house, armed or unarmed, doesn't matter. Like, I think somebody's breaking into my house.
Dude.
And so, yeah, when I lay in
An update on the snooker championship man that was captured whispering in the kid's ear, then putting it in his mouth.
Targets, and some players can't cope with being.
Police have announced that they are reviewing the footage, and some insider reports said they captured the man, but it's yet to be confirmed. The identities haven't been made public yet. After the video emerged of the man biting the ear, the South Yorkshire police have confirmed that they are investigating the incident. This happened during Thursday's coverage of the World Championship at the Crucible in Sheffield. 7-time world champion Stephen Hendry was speaking during a break in play in BBC's coverage of the afternoon session when the moment could be seen in the background over his left shoulder. However, the man, relation unknown, appeared to whisper in the kid's ear before proceeding to put his ear in his mouth. The kid seemed unfazed as he noticed he could be seen on the live broadcast and then smiled and waved towards the camera as the man pulled back. And as of right now, people are demanding the police to find the kid and the man and make a public announcement, because we don't know what is really going on in their house. A spokesperson for the World Snooker Tour said on Friday, "We are aware of this incident and it is now a police matter. It's expected for the police to announce soon and we'll keep you updated about this case."
Doing that in public around people all around you is crazy. Only imagine what is happening behind closed doors where no one's around. Look at this. Look at this. It's crazy. The ocean is so crazy.
So this is in the middle of the city. It's actually blocked off. Look at this.
Look at that.
This has been here for over 10,000 years. See that head right there? The stairs are perfect. I think you're supposed to be over here.
Zelensky's term in office has officially ended as of last night. He has now extended his term by martial law. Is that coming to America? I don't know.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
You said, what about didn't Israel like prop up Hamas? Wasn't that part of their strategy for a while? And I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and maybe he just doesn't know about that detail of this as much, because if not, he was kind of being dishonest. But maybe he just wasn't familiar with all of this stuff. But he kind of went, you said that, and then he kind of dismissed it by saying, well, there's a quote that's attributed to Netanyahu, but it wasn't on videotape. So like essentially being like, we don't really know if Netanyahu said this or not, and then just kind of moved on to the conversation away from that. But I found this in all of my debates that I've done on this, and I've done like 8 debates on this since the war broke out. Everybody on the pro-Israeli side does not want to grapple with that point, because it really is like it's a narrative shattering point once you acknowledge it. But if it isn't on videotape, he has a point as well. Well, so here's the deal, right? So the quote that he's referring to was a quote by Benjamin Netanyahu. It was something along the lines of, anybody who wants to thwart the Palestinians having their own state needs to support propping up Hamas, bolstering Hamas, transferring money to them to maintain, right? So there was a quote like this.
So
and
Hamas maintains power.
Right. So Hamas maintains power so that we never have to give them a state, because we can look to the international community, we can look to liberal Jews in Israel and say, look, we have no partner for peace. They're a crazy terrorist group, so we never have to make a deal. We don't have to fulfill our promise that we would give.
How was this attributed to him?
So basically, this quote particularly, okay, this was at a closed door meeting with the Likud party. So this is Benjamin Netanyahu's political party, his far-right party that's in power right now in Israel. So it's true that this was a closed-door meeting and that it's not on tape. So what happened is, as far as I could tell, the first person who reported this, I believe, was a lady who's a reporter for the Jerusalem Post. And then it's been run in a bunch of other newspapers since then. So what happened is, an eyewitness who was there at the meeting, so another Likud party member in Benjamin Netanyahu's political party, came.
We're going to have to get into part 2, part 3 of that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to see you guys on Friday. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. Later.